All right, what's up, guys? It's Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall. On point reviews all day, every day. We're back with another no hype review. While we're waiting for all the dope stuff that's coming on the haul this weekend, expect for a great haul video. Whether it's the splits or whether it's like the new stuff I'm getting, we're gonna get some good stuff this weekend. Nice blue background here because I want this to represent the sea. I want this to represent blue, oceanic. Although they are not all oceanic, they all have their own strengths. I just want to have this to represent the sea because I don't have a full bottle of this, but this I made sure I sprayed to the death so I can tell you guys what I think. And this one is from Francesca Bianchi Perfumes, and this one is super hyped. This is called Sex and the Sea. Sex and the Sea Neroli. Sex and the Sea Neroli. Okay. This one right here, super hyped. I've seen so many reviewers talk about this one, but before I continue, guys, do not forget to subscribe, hit the bell. We got non-stop stuff, guys. Okay, so all the perfumes that you guys really want to hear about, trust me, I got them. I'm gonna bring them out, okay, day by day. So Sex and the Sea Neroli, super hyped, from an indie house or indie niche house, Francesca Bianchi, or Bianchi. Sometimes they call it Bianchi, I don't know, but I'll just say Bianchi. I found about this by watching another reviewer, actually, and this guy, his name's Juan. He's called Huele Mucho, right? He's a Spanish reviewer. Reviews a lot of stuff. I like the passion that he has whenever he reviews the perfumes. And I've learned some of the perfumes through him. Pure Distance, I notice. I've heard through him. I think he recommended Kobe. And he's super, super super passionate, right? To the point where like when he reviewed this, and I think he's the only one lone reviewer that reviewed this, although this is much bought. He goes into this whole thing about how, if you wear this, you're a goddess, or, you're a goddess of war. He can't really explain it, just man, you're a goddess, you're a goddess, you're a goddess. And yes, it is picturesque. That's great. It titillates the senses, makes you think you're a goddess if you're listening to it. But at the end of the day, guys, I don't feel like it's as objective. We gotta become objective about this, and so we're gonna hack this one. Two things that you're gonna find out by the end of this video is, number one, is this great for a girl? Would I have wanted this, worn by a woman? Or number two is that, can this be worn by a man? Okay, if I'm a man watching this, can I wear this? How is this like? Okay, these are the two questions we're going to answer on this video today. But before we continue, let's hit the music. Okay, we're back. So I fixed this blue background here just for Francesca. Okay, this is a blue. This is the sea right here. The Sex and the Sea Neroli, I would say, for me, right, when I first sprayed it, the Neroli, if you guys are familiar with Neroli, if you have Neroli type fragrances, you're expecting it to be a crisp type of Neroli, right? To me, it's not crisp. Why? Because this Neroli here, which goes until the end, by the way, is blanketed by all these other notes. There's all these other notes that blanket that Neroli, that make it, the initial blast of it is very interesting. And I would say the initial blast is the reason why you have, Fragrantica dislikes. You have people saying don't blind buy it, check it out first. You have people saying how is this called Sex in the Sea? How is this called the sea? It's not even close, right? And those notes are, they got honey, okay? They got honey, they got mimosas, they got rose, okay? They got bergamot, they got coconut, they got rose, I think I said rose. There's iris, and then there's also all the vanillic scents, vanillic accord, right? And just imagine, right, if you have floral, vanilla, honey, and of course coconut. The coconut really stands out in here. Is gonna blanket that Neroli, and if the Neroli is blanketed by that, then it's not gonna be crisp. So this is what you can expect in the beginning. It's sort of like a blast of all these other notes plus the Neroli, and it could be yes, if you have never tried this before and you were expecting some of these like fresh heat type, like oceanic type, type of fragrances, you will get shocked. You will be like, what, why, and you would have all these images of your brain. I'm thinking about, like a mature scent, whatever, but definitely not like the fresh sea that you're imagining. Matter of fact, let's spray that again. Let's do a celebratory spray again. There you go. Yeah. So the opening, really has that kind of like that burst. The bergamot's definitely there, and I would say, like, just right now, smelling my wrist, like the freshness of that neroli, that crispness, kind of lasted like 4 seconds, right? But let me explain further, guys. It's not a bad thing, right? So, anyways, as this develops, guys, okay, this is where probably like people are so 50-50 about it, because the other notes basically, plus the coconut, take note of the coconut. It gives this vibe of like, kind of like a sunscreen, sunscreen lotion type ish. Okay. Majority, maybe for the first hour, like this is how you'll feel. It's like you're wearing, and mind you guys, it is like summer now. Like it's really hot outside. Okay. Like I'm not doing this like spraying this indoors. I literally went outside just a few minutes, an hour ago. I was I was dropping off mail. It is 85 degrees outside, guys. 85 degrees. And I'm sure wherever you are, it could be hotter than 85 degrees, but it is hot. 85 degrees outside. And as I'm walking around, man, I am really thinking about, man, it really matches this weather. It really matches the heat. It is it's almost like, it has that nice coconut powdery, kind of like classy vibe. Leaning femme a bit, but the neroli crisp is trying to be crisp. It's still there. It gives you that, that it's almost like you're wearing like a nice, like classy scent for like an evening time affair, like a beachside evening time affair. This one reminds me of the Fullerton Hotel in Singapore. That just reminds me of like nights spent in the Fullerton Hotel, where like you have the view of the Marina Bay Sands. You're at the you're kind of like your cabana type ish with your friends. You're there. Like this just matches it perfectly, and it's hot. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's got that kind of like that sunscreen type vibe, but here's the thing, right? After like an hour, okay, the evolution of this made it like a win for me, right? And the evolution is where the saltiness, kind of like when the ambergris starts coming in, the ambergris, a little bit of that vetiver. And I don't know how much ambergris you put in here, but it started literally smelling like the sea. Like I literally, after like an hour, that's it. The sea vibes came in, and it took an hour to get there, by the way. So the sea vibes came in, and I would say it was an addictive scent. The you could call it the dry down, but like an hour in, this thing on my neck, the sort of like the sunscreen vibes kind of like dissipate a bit, and then it gets replaced by this salty seaside scent that is just, it's absolutely wonderful. And that confirmed to me that this could be a man's scent as well. Okay, so majority, I would say, yes, it is a feminine scent. It's great, guys. Hot weather, you're going out to parties, you're going out to the seaside, you're going out to the Fullerton Hotel, checking out the views with your friends. Ladies, this is great. I would say this is a summer banger right here. But for men that have always wondered about this, guys, branding might catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying, guys? I mean, Kilian is like the best at this. If Kilian wasn't delivering really great perfumes, I would have gotten mad, because they got Black Phantom is a chocolate one, Back to Black is a honey one, and what else? Nor Aphrodisiac is another chocolate one. So Sex in the Sea, right? You might think sex or sexy or something like that. I'm thinking classy. I'm thinking eventful. I'm thinking these really nice seaside parties or views from the dock, views from the Fullerton Hotel in Singapore. That's what I'm thinking when I think about Sex and the Sea Neroli. On a woman and on a guy, this is a great one too. But you know, it's mostly the dry down aspect of it that's very nice, and I think is worth it for a guy to buy just for that dry down. I mean, it's like $100 as far as I know. I might even split this one, to be honest, because this one's very, very interesting. And as you can tell, I really killed it to the last like few drops. You know, I made sure to check it out for you guys. I made sure to test it, and I would say that yes, it can be worn by a guy, and it can be worn by a lady for sure. I think this one is poised for the ladies, and it does evoke a great classy smell. But again, guys, don't get fooled by the branding or the name. Make sure you watch this video. If you have a friend, a girlfriend that thinks about buying it because she's thinking it's Sex and the Sea and just Neroli, send this video to her. Make sure she sees this so she can see what you can really expect out of this. I've tried my best to be as objective as possible and to give you guys the best description possible on this specific fragrance, okay? But for me, it's a win. Definitely a summer banger, mostly for the girls. And for the guys, the dry down is amazing. And if you guys own this fragrance, what do you think, guys? Is this awesome? Do you guys own this fragrance? Do you guys like this fragrance? Do you ladies love this fragrance? Let me know. Positive or negative, it's all good. I really want to hear you guys. But yeah, I mean, this one definitely falls into the summer hits playlist. I really feel it now, man. 85 degrees outside. I really feel it. Like, all of a sudden, a lot of my fragrances, Italica included, are sort of like disabled, like I can't wear them now because it's so hot. And so, it's a time to shine. Fragrances like this, fragrances like Elysium, it's time to shine. It's coming out, okay? So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, guys. I appreciate all the good comments and the bad comments, whichever, guys. Again, I'm just here to report, no hype. Make sure you guys watch the channel, okay? Watch the videos, subscribe, watch the other Bianchi videos. I already did some way back. I'm gonna link them here. And I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys. Peace.